All right, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. So it seems like Legends will continue making these breakdown videos with the new units that they're going to be releasing. So I think this is a good opportunity to do our own little breakdown and see what the character does. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about this Super Vegito. I mean, we kind of saw the writing on the wall, a bit bizarre that it's another Fusion Ultra, but I don't know, Fusions sell. It is what it is. I'm one of the copium guys that was hoping for a Buhan just for the villains, but whatever. Let's go ahead and see what they're doing here. I'm very excited to see what the breakdown is. Let's see what you got for us, Toshi.
Hello, everyone. Today, I'll be introducing the abilities of our
I thought this intro was really cool, though.
Anniversary character, Ultra Super Vegito. But first, I need to stress that this is all still in development and the following content is subject to change. So,
one of the best arts, 100%. I love this.
The in-game news
literally LR's STR Vegito.
So, let's start with the basic info.
What do we got? Give us. It would be great if they gave us stats. One thing I think they really should include it right here. I don't know if they watch this, but as feedback, it'd be fantastic if they gave stat values here at 6 stars or whatever for us to get an idea of what the character is going to look like. Him being a defense type yellow is really going to hurt him right now, especially with reds being the most dominant type. And we already know that defense type units kind of suffer a little bit here because offensive based units have like 50-60% reduced damage received with the benefit of higher offensive stats, but defensive units don't feel like they benefit that greatly from being a defense type, and they suffer from having less offensive stats. So I'm a little bit concerned for Mr. Super Vegito here, but we'll have to see.
Vegito will be a yellow element defense type character.
We already know all of that. Obviously, he's a Saiyan.
Now for
Z ability, he gives 3% extra strike damage for Fusion Warriors, and then he's going to be giving double defense for Fusion Warriors or Saiyans. Okay,
Super
seems
Vegito Z ability.
No issue right there. All right, let's move on. Strike Arts. What does the Strike Arts do?
First,
okay, Impact has 2 Strike Arts with the effect that increased damage received by the enemy. Okay, so it's going to be one of those. He will bring 2 strike cards to your deck when you make your teams, and they're both going to have the effect that your opponent takes additional impact damage, probably 20% for, I think it's 2 timer counts, or it's 10% for 10 timer counts. One of those two your opponent's going to take.
Is the strike cards.
Oh, I already see this guy's card draw speed.
2 strike cards, even greater damage.
Increase the enemy's damage received to dish out more damage than ever. Yeah, so we got it. Blast Arts, Impact.
Vegito's Blast Arts will deal impact damage.
That's it. It will deal impact damage. Blue card.
Let's talk.
Deal massive impact damage. So it's a melee based one. It's one of the ones where you got to move forward to the opponent. Restore own ki by 30 upon activation. Randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer on hit. Whoa, he recycles his entire hand. That's cool.
Special move arts. Super Vegito, when the special move arts draw up to 4 cards to go.
Recover key and draw cards to start your assault. Okay, that seems pretty interesting. I guess the idea is that Vegito will continue his onslaught. You're not really going to stop him with this.
The offensive.
Special arts, green card. Restore own key by 40 upon activation. Nullify own unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts. Applies the following effects to self on hit. Wait, what? Draw a Blast Arts card next. 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, -3 to arts costs for 10 timer counts. Oh, sorry, it's a comboing green card. Yes, okay. Go type neutral, get a blast card, a damage buff, reduce cost. That's pretty cool. The fact that you can combo into it with everything is pretty damn strong.
Super Vegito's special arts fires off a Ki Blast. It will restore ki on activation.
Oh, sorry, it's not a comboable card. It's not a counter card. It's a long-range priority gaining green card. Hey, you know me. I really like those cards. Could it be that my favorite fusion is going to be built in a way that I like using
Super
it?
Vegito's unfavorable element factors. On hit, it will draw a Blast Arts next, boost damage inflicted, and even reduce the costs of all arts cards. Moreover, this special arts can be comboed with Strike Art. Hitting combo after this special arts is the ultimate.
All right, his ultimate, Supreme Slice damage, blast armor when moving forward. So it's another close range attack. Applies the following effects to self upon activation: 40% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Nullify enemies, restore own health when it reaches 0. Effect when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. Also nullifies own favorable element factors for 3 timer counts if there's a defeated battle member. I mean, that's pretty standard, strong stuff. Good job, Vegito. This is
it deals slice damage, and it has
pretty
blast
standard
armor just like the special move arts. When activated, this
that's a
arts
very
will
cool
increase
ultimate, though, I
arts
will
damage
say.
Inflicted.
I just thought it would do more.
It will also nullify the enemy's restores health when it reaches 0 endurance effects.
Cool.
Additionally, if one battle died, this is a
Death buff
powerful
supplement,
ultimate
huh?
arts that can really turn the tide.
Main
Super
ability.
Vegito.
Okay, draw the ultimate arts card Spirit Divider next. Restore own ki by 50 and health by 20%. Applies attribute upgrade minus 50% enemy sustained damage cut effects for 20 timer counts. Holy crap! Restore own vanish gauge by 100%. Inflict all enemies with attribute downgrade 25% to slice damage received. You know me, I'm a big fan of main abilities that restore vanish. So you're telling me that Vegito, long range, priority gaining green card, and a main ability that restores vanish are 2 in 1? That seems like fun. I like that. Favor Fusion, it looks to be built pretty good.
Vegito's main ability. It lets you draw an ultimate arts card and recovers ki and health. Plus, it applies an attribute upgrade that reduces the enemy's sustained damage cut effects. It also restores your vanishing gauge by 100% and applies the slice damage received up attribute downgrade to all enemies. You'll definitely want to use the ultimate arts while the enemy's defenses are lowered in order to max out its damage.
Unique ability. Applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 110% damage inflicted. Reduced damage received by 50%. So if his defensive stats are monstrously high, then I guess these two stack up pretty high. Well, it really just boils down to the offensive. Because if he has like 240, 245k offenses with like 170k-ish defenses, then I don't know, he may suffer. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 20% damage inflicted, which cannot be stacked. Reduced damage received by 20%. So when he shows up on the field, he takes 70% less damage and has 130% damage inflicted right out the gate, which is pretty strong.
The first unique ability.
Pretty fitting for Mr. Ultra over here.
Defense when you enter the battle or blast starts.
All right. The following effects occur every time this character uses a strike or a blast card. Oh my god. Restore own ki by 5. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 4 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 15% to damage received. And he has endurance. Wow, look at that. The level 1 card draw speed that he gets there, it's the same for the green Broly and the green transforming Kid Trunks that nobody remembers. So that will definitely be noticeable in terms of comboing, but I don't think this Vegito has any way of dealing with cover changes. So you're going to have to time your drop combos well, it looks like.
This character will recover ki, get a boost.
I swear his biggest enemy is going to be androids. My goodness.
Increase the damage received for all enemies.
I like his animations,
though. To reduce enemy defenses in so many different ways is Super Vegito's trademark.
Yes.
That's not all, though. Super get boosts by using strobel power.
Second unique. Let's see.
This second.
Knock enemy back to long range if cover changes performed against their strike card. Yeah, it makes sense. And comboable with blue card.
Unique ability.
And the green card. Hey, holy crap, that's nice.
What I'm about to explain to you is what really makes Ultra Super Vegito unique.
Because remember, that green card turns into a blast card. And remember that every card, every strike or blast turns into card draw speed. So if you have a green card and a strike, wow, look at that. You're gonna be able to combo quite a bit.
It starts with a special cover change against enemy strike arts that knocks them back to long range.
That is a very cool cover change to me.
You can follow up with a special move arts or even a special arts. As we discussed earlier, hitting with the special arts allows you to change this character.
While this is where it gets very interesting, this unique gauge. While charging forward with the strike arts, if your own unique gauge is 30% or more, you use up the entire unique gauge to counter the enemy's tap shot or blast arts, dealing strike damage based impact damage to the enemy. It says right here that the damage that you inflict is based off of the damage your strike card would have done to the enemy. They cannot be KO'd by this thing. But it also manages to say Abilities applied to the arts card used will also apply to the counter. So if you have a strike card with a chance to give paralysis, that means that the counter will inflict the potential to give paralysis. So that's kind of interesting. As well as the damage buff cards and whatnot. This character's unique gauge decreases while they're on the battlefield and recovers while they're on standby. But it mentions that it recovers by 10% every time your enemy uses a card. That's something that they mentioned before. Now, applies the following effects to self when the counter is activated. Restores ki by 20, 100% to strike damage, strike arts damage inflicted for 2 timer counts. This is where the whole, okay, your counter is going to be based off of your strike art damage comes into play. So when the counter is triggered, your strike damage times 2 is the damage that gets inflicted on them. And then applies the buff effect, nullify enemy special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 timer counts. This is where it can get tricky. If this is something you can chain into, say your opponent goes for a tap shot, you use a strike card, you counter. If you can combo into this, this is one of the most busted unique gauges in the game. I don't care what anybody says. This will be the most busted unique gauge in the entire game, because now the benefit from extreme passiveness is amplified here. You get your unique gauge filled out, you wait for your opponent to try and bait into you, you use this counter, and then you combo into it. And look at this. Nullify enemy special actions that activate. So Vegito is getting stackable card draw speed. If you get a green card, God forbid, you now go type neutral. I'm going to assume his main ability can get activated very early. So you got your ultimate ability to kill endurance, stackable card draw speed, early rushes, pain. I don't know. That could be dangerous. It really depends on how this works. Can you combo
also
into it?
Has a unique gauge. Not unlike Ultra Instinct Goku, it's the type of unique gauge that starts full and slowly reduces over time. But the one word to describe Super Vegito's unique gauge is counter. When the unique gauge is at a certain level, if the enemy uses a tap shot or blast arts while Super Vegito is charging forward using a strike arts, the entire gauge will be spent to counter the enemy and deal damage. What's more, activating the counter will recover your ki, increase strike arts damage inflicted, and lets you use strike arts without fear of enemy blast arts, so it's sure to cause quite a bit of trouble for your opponent. This unique gauge will also...
Okay. Restores own unique gauge by 10% every time an enemy uses a strike or blast arts card while this character is on the field. Applies the following effects to self after the enemy attack is over. You will heal 10%, restore own unique gauge by 20%, shorten ally sub count by 1. Keep in mind that enemy attack is over also counts for tap shots. So Super Vegito can just stand there, heal up 10%. 8 Vegeta has the same thing here. But the shortened ally sub count will be pretty damn strong. You just stand there taking tap shots, and then you can bring your allies back into the field. That'll be fun with MUI for sure. Yeah. What else do we got here? Cover your allies and tank enemy hits like a true defense type character. Ultra ability. If this character is the leader, apply the following effects to self when the battle starts. 30% damage inflicted with a 30% ki recovery. So Vegito, when he shows up on the field, will have 160% damage inflicted. But if he's not the leader, then he will get up to 15% damage inflicted and 15% ki recovery if you have 3 Fusion Warrior support members. So that's going to be crazy. Well, up to 3 of these count for either battle member or support member. That's standard with Ultra Super Gogeta as well. I don't know, man.
Powerful warrior power designed for the comeback with the ability to combo from a special cover change and nullify unfavorable element factors with the ultimate arts if a battle member is defeated. Super Vegito also has powerful new abilities such as being able to spend the unique gauge to counter the enemy's tap shots and blast arts when using strike arts. You just cannot miss this ultra rarity Super Vegito.
All right, gentlemen. It sounds like he sounds pretty strong, but how these units play into the meta is completely different, right? I could be overreacting. It doesn't look like the unique gauge can be chained into, so I guess that's less of an overreaction. But I don't know. Looks strong. We'll have to see how he comes into play. With the featured boost, he's going to look good for sure because it's, what, 15% additional defense is pure with 70% reduced damage received. So he's going to look tanky. But what really is going to matter is how he ages in the long run. Once featured boost wears off, let's see how well he looks. But I think he's designed well. We'll have to see how well the unique gauge is, how annoying it could be. Doesn't change the fact that MUI is going to be in every match, so that'll be tricky. He's going to have to shoulder a lot because reds are dominating the meta right now, and he's a yellow defense type. We'll have to see how well he tanks. But he looks like he's built well. I think he's strong. We'll have to see how well he does. Be sure to follow the Twitch. We'll be doing our summons live for the character. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below how you feel about Ultra Super Vegito. I'm glad he's a yellow unit because you guys may know Vegito is my favorite fusion, so I'm very excited for this guy. I will definitely be running a lot of green-yellow teams, I think. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel. Be sure to follow the Twitch, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.